Hi, in this tutorial we're going to learn the wonderful world of layers in Gimp and how to use layers. If I paint without layers, where's my paint tool? There it is. I actually damaged that image, like you can see here, I've put this green line in front of it. If I use a layer instead, make a blank layer here, it's like stacking cellophane on top of each other. If you look at it from the top, it looks like one image, like I'm painting over the top of this car and I'm probably damaging it, but I'm not. I've got separate layers of cellophane on top of each other, so they're separate images. So I can turn that on and off. The car's still there. I can reduce the opacity of it, make it sort of see-through, so to change the way those layers interact, and I can change the interaction of them. So at the moment I'm in the normal mode, which means it's just stacked on top of each other. If I change that to a color mode, it's coloring it, funnily enough. So you can, but it also colors the edges like around, like where I've gone over as well. If I change it to a hue layer, that pushes the hue along to whatever hue I'm using. So in this case, it doesn't affect the light or the bits around the car because they have no hue. They're a tone. They don't have a color. So that's one thing you can do in layers. Another thing we're going to make a pop art. So I'm going to open this picture I've got. There we go. Just make it a bit smaller so it fits on the screen. And zoom out a little bit. Alright, I want to get her on her own, so without this background, so I'm going to select all. I'm going to use the magic wand on negative and just say what I don't want. I don't want this white background. Maybe be fussy and get that bit there. Too far. No, I won't be able to get that. I'll just have to live with the fact that I could be more careful about it and do a better job, but for this exercise I don't want to waste too much time on it. I'm just going to get the last little dregs using the elliptical tool, again on negative, and just shave off these bits that I don't want here. Okay, we'll be a bit fussy and get a little bit of that. Obviously I'd spend more time here if I had the time, but we want to do this quickly. You see, that's not too bad. Alright, so now that I've got her selected, I'm going to go to Edit, Copy, and then Edit, Paste as new layer. So that gives me her all on her own. And I'll just get rid of that selection. So I'll just go to Select All again, so everything's selected. You'll notice it's kind of put her up a little bit, which is really annoying, but there you go, you have to live with things. So I'll just use this tool to move her back down again. Okay, so I've got her on her own. I will want another layer for my brightly coloured Andy Warhol style background. So I just made a new layer. I'm going to use my flood can, which is here, with a bright colour, green will do, and I'll flood it. It's on top of her, so I'll just move it down one, so she's got that behind her. Now I just want to make her into a screen print. So to do that, I go to Colours, Threshold, and I'll play around with this until I get a level that I like a much good level. I don't want to get too far, but I want to get a decent amount of detail. I like that, and I'll OK. And if I want it, I mean that can be finished, but if I want to colour it, I can go to Colours and then Colorize. Because it's black and white, it won't actually, if I slide this around, it won't change the hue, but if I make it lighter, it will. There you go. And there's your pop-up.